Hey, Vertigo. Extremes. Yep, that's... I don't know why they put the two where they did, but sure. Sure. It's out there. Hey, Proto. Hey, Jordo. Nothing blessed about this game. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I foamed. This game's got a reputation similarly to the first game. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to this one. D4F days. Because it's weird. It's Dead 2Y Premonition on the cover of the game, but on the icon on the Switch that I'm looking at right here, it's spelled out Deadly Premonition 2. And then the identification string for it is Deadly Premonition with no spaces in it. So it's high quality all around so far. Hey, boys. Because yeah, I don't know if this got like a digital only release, or if this is some fan made cover or something. I don't know. Hey, boys, Shintaki Orbital, welcome. It's weird. It looks official to me when we bring up the front cover and the back cover. It's the JP cover. Well, there's an M in the lower left corner. Superimpose it over the U. Huh. Oh, your cover's like that? Okay. Weird. Just off to a great start here with Deadly Premonition 2 already. Oh man, with cover discrepancies. Oof. I'm sure the game's gonna be great though. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love this one probably. Hey Dr. G, hey Alyssa. Oh baby, alright. Alright, let's peel off the band-aid. Let's get going on this likely banger here. Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise. Commander Keen 4 song. Perfect. Switch, released in 2020, and this is part of the Swearyverse. Hey, Gigio. So developed by Toybox, there's like 5 different logos that appear before the game starts, and published in North America by Rising Star Games. So, this was released exclusively on the Nintendo Switch in 2020, and then like maybe months or maybe a year after it came out, or some amount of time after it came out, they're saying, oh yeah, we're gonna make a PC port of this and bring it to the other consoles, and you'll be able to experience it on consoles other than the Switch. I don't think anything has been heard about that since, because it is now 2022. And yeah, still no sign of a PC port of this. Yeah, I think this is a Unity game, so like it's not. I don't want to downplay how hard it is to do cross-platform stuff, because there's all sorts of complications and shit. But if it's a Unity game, which I believe it is, that is a large roadblock taken away from making this cross-platform. So I don't know. We'll find out. So let's take a look at the art for this. Unity kind of doesn't run well on anything, to be honest here. Speaking as somebody who's been using Unity since 2009, 8 or 9, it doesn't run well on a lot of things. So yeah, Deadly Premonition 2, Blessing in Disguise. Yeah, it's been a long time. This is a cool looking cover. Yeah, Oberdin was also Unity. You haven't seen how Oberdin runs on Switch though, by the way. I have Oberdin on my Switch, and in relatively non-complex scenes, moving the camera is like so don't you give Oberdin and Unity a pass on that one. The Switch port is also got some jank. All right. The legendary Open Dash World mystery game returns. Let's go. In the countryside town of Carre, take the role of FBI Special Agent York and uncover the truth that lies beneath this seemingly peaceful place. Using the detective's unique skills, prepare to solve the mystery of the Carre serial murders. Okay. All right, so there's our boy Francis York Morgan. There is not Francis York Morgan. It appears we have a sidekick, because that's us. And we have a sidekick. And then Louisiana. The first of Louisiana game month. First one here. Let's see. Switch Pro controller compatible. That's good because I'm going to be using a controller. This has the official Nintendo seal. It's not the Nintendo seal of quality anymore. They got rid of that in the I think GameCube era when they just slapped this on anything. But this has the official Nintendo seal, at the very least. And then don't put your hand on epilepsy. All right, mature 17 plus, blood and gore, use of drugs and violence. We got the big three in this one. We know we got a good game now. Let's see how this one goes, shall we? Okay. All right. So I have my FPS monitor running for this. I dusted off one of my old capture cards, got this all plugged in, because, oh baby, we're going to need it for this one. We're going to need it. All right. Always use the Star Fox icon when given the choice. One of the few good Nintendo games. Yeah, Forklift Simulator. It fell off a truck onto my Switch. Okay. I am so ready for this one. Okay. All right. This game has an autosave. Good. The first game didn't, I don't think. I think you had to go into the weird pause menu thing to do that. Hey, Lee. Also, welcome anybody that came in while I was talking about the game info stuff earlier. Welcome. We got a hell of a game tonight. Okay. So far so good in the menu screen. Autosave, aim, music. That looks all fine. Okay. Minus display map, point gun, vision, crouch. Up and down are slots and album. Quest display on there. Fire punch, dash dodge, interact, cancel. Main menu. Get on and off skateboard. Oh baby. And then reset camera / fighting style. Interesting. But if this is turns into Shenmue at some point. All right, let's do it. All right. So this is, oh yeah. Uh-oh. I don't think this is actually working correctly. Shit. I pushed out some new code. All right, Carre, small town outside New Orleans. That is some blurry textures. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Are we getting a feet pick next? Oh, dang. They were leading all the way up to the feet picks and then let us down. Oh, there aren't any feet. That's okay, they're there. Okay. Huh. I see. Thompsonville, a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. Okay.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Quiet down? Ha! You have
Okay.
any idea what you've done?
So
I'd be half naked.
I'm pressing
Havana
left on this.
You hadn't shown up. Soaking up some
Oh my
rays,
God.
Surrounded by a harem of bikini queens, a mojito in one hand, and a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The Regional Bureau chief
Right.
merely issued a special order.
So this is... Oh boy. You know what? Actually, I'm going to turn off
I forget. A special order to rob
this,
me of
because
my
I think this might be
well-deserved
interfering
vacation.
with
You want pizza? I'll buy you some pizza. You can find that
with the game
junk anywhere.
capture.
Whoa! Hey!
I should have separated them out.
What did
I think it's actually crunchier than
Pizza.
it actually is. Pizza.
Agent Jones, don't let him take control of the conversation. The moment you let your guard down, he'll strike. And no red, remember?
No red.
It's open. Come on in.
Francis Zach Morgan. That Bigfoot on the cover of that album there. So this takes place in the future, I guess? And York is just blazing it all the time. With his Ratman VHS in the background.
That's why you're here, isn't it?
Francis Zach Morgan. So it's not York anymore. This is now Zach. All right. So I think that was one of the big twists at the end of the first game. Okay. All right. Time to hold down into the left on here. Just make this a cutscene if you're going to give the player that much control over this. I really hope the rest of the game isn't going to be like that. Uh-huh. This is like my place. That's why green screen everything. Yo,
Mr. Morgan, before
Sony
I question
Handycam.
you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Aaliyah Davis. I'm getting big, like, KOTOR Knights of the Old Republic vibes from the character animation.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan?
Like, nobody blinks. Ever.
I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis.
Still waiting on the blinks.
Simon Jones,
Uh-huh.
an analyst from the Boston branch. He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh, hi.
Simon Jones.
Seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be the perfect stars for the latest video game. Isn't that right, my fairy? How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but don't
Oh, there's a
ask
blink.
me about my fairy.
It only took 8
It's
minutes.
a private matter.
It's hard to tell what he's thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
Because I don't blink.
If he's hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Okay. So we got look, inspect. All right, let's ask about the weed. So X is the look.
This smell. It doesn't surprise me at this point, but it'll be problematic in court if they decide his testimony is unreliable. I won't get another chance to talk to him face to face like this. I need to get him to stop smoking that for a bit. Excuse me, Mr. Morgan.
So the text in this does not auto advance, by the way. You have to.
But would you please refrain from consuming that while we speak? I'm talking about... Yes, that.
You don't need to worry about us. Don't get in our way and we won't get in yours.
Unfortunately, questioning doesn't work like that. Our data needs to be consistent. Now please put out that stinking indulgence right this minute.
What if we say no?
Oh, shit.
Then I'll put it out myself. Using force.
Whoa, whoa, Aaliyah. This is Morgan's house. Besides, it's legal in Massachusetts for individuals to consume cannabis in the comfort of their own homes.
So what's with the milk? What's those all appear to be unopened. Okay, hopefully we can inspect that.
And I mean, come on.
It's medicinal.
Exactly.
Visions to acquire important hints. I'll help you proceed. Vision will deplete concentration. Okay. All right, can we ask? Okay, we can't pan the camera over to the milk. All right, Messy Awards.
Letters of appreciation from the governor and the Department of Justice.
Hey, Fader.
They're caked in dust as if he doesn't even care about them.
Okay.
Hey, Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society. Or perhaps it's a psychological barrier meant to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche.
I think he's reading a bit much into this.
We admire your bravery.
All right.
I
Sure.
thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
In order to think with society,
Oh, there's a blink. All right, we've had 2 blinks so far.
a man
Oh,
must
3.
first gouge out his eyes and cut off his ears. Don't judge a book by its cover. For someone who's supposed to have been one of our best, you've got an awful eye for people. Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough.
I love that they italicize all of the like euphemisms so far.
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Because, yeah, not literally a shrew. We had to italicize it.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
Oh, God.
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
He's more dangerous than I thought. I can't read him. I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up. An ornate antique chessboard. Looks like he stopped halfway through the game. But who was playing with him? That chessboard looks rather old. And you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Right, they were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the ivory just feels so good in our hands.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
Yes.
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games. Or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself.
I might not look it? Like, okay.
When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S. Chess Federation.
Well, unfortunately, your guess is completely wrong, Agent Jones. He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
How does she know?
And I didn't find any chess-related websites in his internet history. He was simply playing chess. All alone.
I like the post-it note that just says hello.
So,
It's a very normal thing to have.
what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data. Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Dark laughter.
Oh no.
Oh.
Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Ooh, now she's really trying to scare us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Stage 4 progressive malignant tumor. How do humans behave when they know death is just around the corner? And what if that human is also a high-functioning sociopath? Mr. Morgan, may I ask you a question purely out of curiosity? If it makes you uncomfortable, just let me know, and I'll retract it.
Belle, what's wrong? You sure put a lot of effort into that approach.
It's a question about death.
About this body?
Are you afraid of what's coming?
Think carefully about why we're smoking this, then ask us again. Honestly, we're not afraid. Rather, we find it intriguing.
Intriguing.
Yes. Belle, have you ever been to the Grand Canyon in winter?
No.
In the dead of winter, the Grand Canyon is terribly cold. Colder than you could imagine. A cold that no photograph could ever express. The sun. Powerless. And the temperature drops below zero. Right in the middle of the day.
Meaning?
Meaning, you can't really understand something until you experience it for yourself. If you want to learn more about us, you need to gain more experience.
Oh, lowercase b Belle.
These files are from the case that took place just outside of New Orleans in 2005. The agent who handled the case was Francis Zach Morgan.
Francis Zach Morgan.
And now he's sitting right in front of me.
So this is post Deadly Premonition 1.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Carre, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the following. By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you managed to apprehend the perpetrator.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carre immediately after that, didn't you?
That Le Carre has already been pronounced like 3 different times already.
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed? You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
What is that noise? Oh. There's the milk again.
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's why we're here. The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson.
Huh. So they... Okay.
This is a photograph of what she looks like now. How will he react when he sees it?
I'm sure this will make more sense once it probably does a flashback.
The body that went missing for 14 years was suddenly discovered frozen in a warehouse.
Yeah, so the body that went missing for 14 years, how did they know it was a murder then at the start of the case?
This is some kind of message from the victim to us.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
Oh, he sounds like it.
You claim to have closed this case, but now a lost body suddenly surfaced. Aren't you curious about the details?
Body or not, we already solved that case. Lisa's body can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in.
If it was in the middle of a...
frozen in a storage
Yeah, in the middle of a storage unit, how would somebody not notice this?
Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared.
For 14 years.
In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well, good for you.
Even stranger is how unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all.
Yeah, it's the freezer you keep in the garage, and then you forget about whatever's put in
She
there.
looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess. Sounds just like our story.
Yeah, so that was a big theme in Deadly Premonition 1.
Yes. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something.
He's hiding a lot of things, it
I
sounds
may
like.
be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Okay.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
We were unable to reach Patricia Clarkson. You look surprised. I thought you already knew.
Is she dead?
After all, you visited Louisiana last week. We assumed you met with her during your time there.
We haven't been to Louisiana. Not in 14 years.
Is that so?
We've been right here in our apartment this entire time.
Hasn't left in 14 years.
That man is our witness. Aren't you, Simon?
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve. Which means that I didn't get to either.
Are you positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records. Last Friday, the name Billy Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name you used to use as an agent, isn't it?
A mere coincidence.
Yet that's not all. That evening on the same day, a man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carre. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries, and they always have the most bizarre timing.
Incidentally, on the following day, an identical Cadillac was taken to a scrapyard in Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Dark laughter number 4.
You may be wondering why we decided to unearth all these old files.
Everything happens for a reason.
I'm assuming that that spot in the middle of the table is where there's just a slice of pizza sitting on there for months, and he finally ate it. That's got to be what that is.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Of course. We questioned all the Clarkson Food Delivery Services employees who staffed the warehouse and its owner. But we still have yet to obtain any key testimonies.
Par for the course with a 14-year-old case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing was. Most of the employees were on vacation.
So, you gave up on the investigation and came to see us instead. Remember what happened, my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So incoherent. Such a pain.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
It's a vault now?
Yeah, I think he started working there in 2005.
That this is a
Remember,
warehouse.
Maria? You said he was a pain to deal with, too.
A large man, yes? No need to answer. If you don't want to. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it. Especially when it comes to those strangely tidy spots. They're practically begging me to question them.
Looks like there's a pizza here.
This room's a total mess. But certain spots look perfectly clean. Is it just a coincidence? No. There are no coincidences with this man. Mr. Morgan, I found several spots in this room that look strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuaries.
That's the pizza sanctuary, huh?
They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places. Hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see?
The soul's still there. We haven't touched a thing. But we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve, then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that time, and what does he have to show for it?
Crossword puzzles? No way.
Chess, man. Chess.
Come on. I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Oh, okay.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
Perfect opportunity to
He's
mention
completely taking control of the conversation.
he's a chess guy again, but they had to go
At
Sudoku.
this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more. Agent Jones, did you find the files?
Greenvale. Francis Z. Morgan.
Mr. Morgan. do you
Greenvale
recognize
was
these files?
Deadly Premonition 1, wasn't it? He touched the pizza.
Whoa!
Oh, shit.
Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice!
We told you. Go. Ah! Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded. Ah! 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 Yeah.
Mr. Morgan? I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through. How could I be so stupid?
How do you cut the top of your finger with a can opener? Oh,
Everything
good.
should be fine now.
She's got an OJ glove. We're good now.
I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red. Such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
I'm sorry too, Morgan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll never touch one of your sanctuaries ever again. And no more red, either.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away. Sanctuaries. Don't touch. Stay away.
Now, may we return to our discussion?
Don't worry. I won't let them touch you again. I'll keep them away from us.
Probably all the food. He just smokes weed all day, every day.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red. And I believe that fear is connected to the Greenvale case. The files on the serial killings that shocked Washington State in 2010.
Okay, so this is the first game.
Officially titled the Greenvale case. I never thought I'd take out files from a case I first heard about on the news.
Yeah, the furniture is fairly close to red.
Mr. Morgan, I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
He just drinks a lot of milk and smokes a lot of weed.
We don't
That's all he needs.
want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years. And when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself. But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting at?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem.
I also see red on the top of that stack of VHS tapes over his right shoulder. Red there too.
The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Carre case?
Read the report.
So it might just be read on a person,
We
is
have
what it
nothing
is.
else to say.
And environmental read is still fine.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past. A picture of a leaf. This isn't just a picture of any leaf. It's the most important leaf. The belief in truth begins with the doubt of all truths in which one has previously believed. It's time to get down to business. Mr. Morgan, please look at this.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
That's a tree, not a leaf.
This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Carre case you worked on in 2005.
Red tree. Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these.
Oh?
The Greenvale case and the Lise Clarkson murder case. They're connected by these red trees, aren't they?
Red trees. Both places. Growing. Roots. Seeds. Trees.
Answer me. What are these trees?
Red trees. Figured it out. Yes. Smarter than we thought.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
That's number 5 or number 6?
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
Are you ready to talk now? I want to know what went down in Le Carre in 2005.
Fine.
In Mizurna Falls.
We'll tell.
Oh.
Yes.
We'll tell you what happened in that town.
It was that red tree. That red tree ruined my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then.
Wait, so this is kind of a prequel to...
The other me. My better half.
So, So Deadly Premonition 1 was in 2010, and this is 2005. Huh.
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you, or call to make
That's the main character of one. This guy. All right. Well, that was very different towards the end. Okay. All right. 5 FPS loading screen.
Zach.
Francis York Morgan.
Zach. Can you hear me, Zach?
Can I select anything besides answer? No.
There you are, Zach.
Yep.
Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos.
Okay. Kind of a...
Isn't that right, Zach?
Kind of a slow start to this one. We're 44 minutes in. I haven't done much. All right, Dead 2Y Premonition. A blessing in disguise. Where'd the 2 go? Okay, good. We need the subtitles that this is 2005 summer. Carre, Louisiana. Yeah. Man, these are some jaggies, some PS2 level jaggies here. No anti-aliasing up in this.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Francis York Morgan.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carre, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
All right.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so,
God.
Still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
How does he know we're FBI? Did we mention
Never
that?
thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now, I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe. Hell of an old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
I like the pixelization
Actually, Chef David, if you don't mind,
between his eyebrows.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about the
It's like they stretched the hell out of that texture map,
But shoot, I ain't the one you ought to be asking, Mr. FBI.
and no one's gonna notice.
I only heard what I heard. But
The
seeing
spot
you
right
fixing
here.
to grill me, I can tell you what I know.
Please do.
It's the same with him too. Like the texture map is really crunchy right between the eyebrows.
You said the victim was a 16-year-old. Did you know her?
Well, sure. I reckon the whole town did.
Meaning?
She's Lise Clarkson, the little grandbaby of the Clarkson family.
The Clarkson family?
That's right. You ain't seen they sign on your way in here? The one above that huge cold storage complex. Should have had a dragonfly on it. Anyway, that's the Clarkson family seal. They own most of the land round here, from the sugar plantations right down to the food processing plant. Yeah, I reckon they got a stake in just about everything. They even own the water tower on the edge of town, you know. They're the ones who built up this town, and they still support it.
What do you know about the Clarksons' house?
Now, I ain't got nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They're a whole different kind of beast. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days. Especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. He's the kind of monster who goes around eating other monsters. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around...
I see. I'll keep that in.
It'd be nice if there's a different camera angle for this,
Is the local law enforcement investigating the case?
or any camera movement.
Shoot, mister, what you think? Now, I told you this ain't no city. We in the bonafide boondocks here. They got to know how to break up fights and keep folks from killing each other when they pissed you off. They sit down and talk it out with you heart to heart, and when that don't work, they just beat your ass. That's the deep south for you. This murder ain't like that, though. A little kid got killed. A weird way. Like something on a TV show. The sheriff's department ain't never seen nothing like this.
Yeah, he made a big deal about not talking about anything that isn't food related, but
Live and Let Die, Angel Heart, and The Pelican Brief. Right? 9 out of 10 people will name those titles when you ask them to think of a film set in New Orleans. They're all excellent movies, but to me they lack realism.
yeah, the voice acting for this part is pretty good.
Due to my line of work, I have a tendency to think deeply about what feels real and what doesn't.
The introduction sequence, not so much, but this is good.
What's your point?
Cat People. That's my point. Cat People, 1982, directed by Paul Schrader. Crowning achievement of Nastasia Kinski, the ultimate muse of the 80s. The most vital element of that movie is the reality it depicts. Leopards who turn into humans have intercourse with humans and turn back into leopards. Then they can only turn back into humans again if they mutilate their lovers. I was awestruck by the sheer reality of it all. Understand? I'm talking about hyper-realism. After watching it, I felt like I just had to experience the world of Cat People for myself. That's why I decided to visit New Orleans.
Okay.
Another vital element of Cat People is the presence of Malcolm McDowell. Malcolm McDowell from Blue Thunder. Oh, talk about a masterpiece.
All right, I'm with him on this one.
Listen carefully, David.
Malcolm McDowell's awesome.
Only an amateur would call A Clockwork Orange his best movie. His best movies are Cat People and Blue Thunder. Period. You need to remember this, because it's the truth.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Whatever you say, mister. So, what's your point again?
Never mind, don't worry about it.
So usually in the first game, when he was talking
all
about
the important parts.
stupid shit like this, it was in the car rides. Not in like this important dialogue tree with an NPC.
When you say it was like something from a TV show, what exactly do you mean?
Hey, mister, why do you look so excited, huh? Like a kid asking grandma to read him a fairy tale.
I just can't seem to keep myself away from young women who died in bizarre ways.
Well, I ain't seen it with my own eyes, but folks say they found the body hanging under a bridge on the bayou. And under that bridge, there was some kind of altar.
An altar?
Like something they use in black magic. Something horrible.
Voodoo?
Nah, wasn't nothing like that. Just a weird altar.
How would you know the difference?
That's all?
Oh, and the body was all cut up in pieces, scattered around the altar like.
So she was sacrificed.
That's what the fella who discovered her said, yeah.
Bingo, Zach. This case has got our names all over it.
How can I get around town? Well, I got this skateboard here.
By the way, Mr. FBI, I ain't seen a car in the parking lot. How'd you get all the way out here, huh? Don't tell me you walked.
Well, that's a very good question.
This is where he whips out the skateboard. It's gotta be.
Chef David, you've got a sharp eye. It's true that I didn't park my car in your parking lot. Do you know why?
Can't say I do.
Because it was stolen.
Huh? But you with the FBI, right?
Even FBI cars can be stolen. It could happen after you park your car on the side of the road and go off to do some legwork. When you're eating lunch, when you're watching a movie, when you're asleep at night, when you're buying cigarettes at the local supermarket. Your car can be stolen anywhere. That's precisely what it means to be an FBI agent. In my case, my car was stolen while I was on my way down here. But no need to worry. I already reported it to the local authorities. And I've also already acquired another mode of transportation.
Another mode?
Want to hear the details?
Not really, but I'll listen if you want me to.
Dang.
Then please do. After I finished my work in Houston, I flew to New Orleans. Then, I rented a car at the airport. Whenever I visit the West Coast, I always rent a convertible, especially in California. But now I'm in hot and sticky Louisiana, so I decided on a brand new hybrid car with a fully equipped air conditioning system.
Hybrid cars, I don't think existed in 2005. But all right.
A hybrid car?
Oh yes, they're marvelous. Vehicles that utterly defy everything you think you know about cars. Now, in the year 2005, it feels like we've finally entered the 21st century. Stomp down on the gas all you want. The engine won't make a sound.
It's silent?
At first, I felt like the landscape was moving past me on its own.
Yeah, there's stuff like the Insight. But it was pretty much the Prius was the start, right? And I think I was like...
Give it a few more years, and I'm sure we'll start seeing cars that run purely on electricity. Who knows? In a decade or so, electric sports cars may end up lining the parking lots of Silicon Valley. I can see it now. It's the world of The Last Starfighter, 1984, directed by Nick Castle. It's famous for being the first film to utilize realistic CG, but I couldn't care less about that. See, I was mesmerized by the beautifully refined mech designs. It even made me wish that I could be one of them myself, especially the Gunstar spacecraft. No other sci-fi movie has ever had.
So, where'd your hybrid car get stolen?
Anyways, I have a skateboard now.
Sorry, I got off topic. I noticed it was missing after I finished my lunch and walked out of the diner. Incidentally, this diner was located at the entrance to a small town just south off the I-10. I went out to get back in it, but my hybrid car was nowhere to be found. I remembered exactly where I parked it, right between a blue pickup truck and a hedgerow. But when I came back from lunch, it had completely vanished. In short, someone stole it. And in its place, they left me this.
What?
Yes. Yes.
A skateboard.
A skateboard?
Yes. While I was sliding my lunch into my stomach, someone was busy replacing my brand new hybrid car with a wooden board attached to 4 wheels. Remarkable, don't you think?
So then how did you get here?
Hey, Tiffany.
By riding the skateboard, obviously. Why do you look so surprised? No, I couldn't ride the board very well at first. But by the time I hit the 3-mile mark, I'd more or less gotten the hang of it. By the 10-mile mark, I'd even learned to do a few tricks. It was a journey of self-discovery. Not even I knew I had this latent talent sleeping inside me.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today.
Finally, he changes the subject.
Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach. The searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
He didn't eat any of it.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for. But I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Oh man, this game. All right, we're an hour into the game. I still have not had any more interaction other than pressing the A button a few times. Okay, here we go, finally. All right, return to the room, review the case. Okay. All right, I can finally play the game now. We're an hour in. All right, I love the instant turnaround. Okay, so I can't skateboard indoors. Plus allows you to enter the red room. Journal quests, inventory, map, config, title. Load elite albums. Tutorials, data. Link board. Sure. Okay. Check out the stamp. Defeat wild... Oh, this is like achievements. 300, 420, 630 wild dogs. We're gonna fight 750 wild dogs. Defeat a whole bunch of squirrels. Alligators. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Look at this pizza. All right, lady. Now we got a proper breakfast here. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay. Well. All right, hopefully I didn't need that money. All right, it'll be fine. She's standing in the way of my pizza. Yeah, that could have been one Sega Saturn game. "203, 203. I'm assuming that's my room, and it's not just panning the camera for no reason. No, that was like $300. Oh god. Well, I can this controller has turbo, so I can turbo the A button and we can get through that relatively quickly.
Sang Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
This is the same song that was in the first game.
I think it's about time we ordered a new briefcase.
This is a song that played when you were in the car and like
I know
out and
this
about
one carries
town.
a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Ah, Miami. Now that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two. Even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto.
Okay, no shadows in the reflection in the mirror.
I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane.
All right, this is new. Okay.
An emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana, and Lise Clarkson's murder must be connected to it somehow.
Okay.
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her body was found beneath a bridge over the bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Carre.
This track isn't familiar to me, so maybe?
And he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement, Zach.
Okay. All right, quest complete.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here?
No.
This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did.
The Island?
This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will soon become a part of film history. Yes, this single movie may be responsible for creating a whole new genre several years down the line. A genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that. Don't you, Zach?
Okay. So we have a shadow, but not in the reflection. Switch can't handle that.
Hey there, Chef. What's cooking?
Chef, what are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David. I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes, I've gathered that Le Carre is French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain. Le Carre means square in French.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
and
That's it.
that's it?
Yes, that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you. It's beautiful, valuable, and old. I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
So that's not a reused character model. That's the same guy. He just put
you
on
see that,
the
Zach?
jacket and bow tie.
Clearly David.
Yeah.
Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
Okay. All right. Quest complete. All right. At least this game is very upfront about. Oh man. Okay. Oh good. I got to play the game for about a quarter of a second there.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him. Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hoongan.
Hoongan. The title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the Oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the Oracle.
All right. That's our quest, I guess.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Hoo-wee! Okay. Alright. Use phones to save your progress. Inside certain places around town. Saving often will help. Sure. Okay, so I thought the game auto-saved. The beginning of the game made a big deal about auto-saves. But sure.
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams, 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home. Promise, Zach.
Okay, that's red. Got a painting of Kendrick Perkins up here. So wasn't this a Kickstarter game? I'm kind of surprised there aren't like Kickstarter backers in the portraits. Yeah, the Zach thing is explained in the first game. Oh, the Good Life was.
Zach,
okay.
This is Carre. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Okay, so in the opening part that took place in 20 or modern day, let's say.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's oracle?
So he went by Francis Zach Morgan.
Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle.
So Zach and Francis are Zach and York are twin brothers, I think, if I remember correctly.
Really? Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
And York died when they were really young, I think.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gives us a place and an act. You need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now, where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where?
And I think
10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple, right?
Okay, this sounds like a
bowling
alley. Yeah,
the bowling
alley
based on the feminine form. The 10 maidens are the 10 pigs.
I was about to say that sounds like a bowling alley.
But a place where someone can both eat and bowl at the same time. I'm skeptical as to whether we'll be
Diner
able to find
and
such a
Lane.
place in a backwoods town like this.
Found it.
Alexis's Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map. Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, Let's just figure out where we need to go.
Yeah, I really hope there's a bowling minigame.
Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents?
Ambiguous
0 is usually
0.
treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that. The question is, does our 0 refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America?
Fahrenheit. I'm gonna say this.
The Clarkson Food Delivery Services Cold Storage Warehouse. That's got to be it. Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing.
All right.
Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
Uh-huh. Oh, cool. We got $15 for that. We'll be back to 600 in no time.
What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're dying to smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I like that his hands just clip through each other.
Gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Okay. So smoking in the first game advanced time. I don't know if that also applies to this, but that was the thing in the first game. All right, let's see how great the frame rate is outside. So yeah, Zach and Francis York Morgan are the same person. One of them died when they were children, and the survivor adopted the personality of the other one. So the two twins turned into one person, and then the actual survivor was Zach, but he took the name of York to honor his dead brother or something. And that's why he's constantly talking to Zach, because sure. So that's the deal with that. That's revealed very late in Deadly Premonition 1. They just go with the bit of him talking to Zach for the entire game. All like 20 hours of it. All right. Game had me a little worried there. No, there was stuff about the brother. It was at the very end of the game. It was at the very, very end. By the way, the VOD of my playthrough that I did years and years and years ago is actually on my YouTube. It's called Speedvestigation Deadly Premonition. Because I actually have a local copy of it, and I was considering doing it previously.
Have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
What?
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff, or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Stay sharp, run, crouch, dodge, melee, red room. Okay. Oh, baby. Oh my god. Now that is a frame rate, if I've ever seen one. And just like the original, the red room menu runs at a billion FPS. Alright, this is like combination police van and food truck, it looks like. General store / sheriff's department.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Melvin Woods. All right.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all. Anywho, round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much, you know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
All right, is it skateboard and bowling time? It is. All right. Skateboard is your main method of getting around. Why get up? All right. Okay, so you have to hold down A. Oh man. And then. So if I hit this, does this take away health? Nope, you just.
Hey, you. You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you? Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real.
Any reasonable person would be afraid of this guy long before this.
You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
All right. Does she have a skateboard too?
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
Yes.
Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
All right, kid, let's go bowling. Direction and distance, the main quests, and the waypoint. All right. Well, we will always be able to find the main quests now. Oh boy. Okay, can we... Does she just disappear when we... Spooky ghost kid. Alright. So I can already tell this isn't a small town. Because there's more than one stoplight in this town.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for, at least. It's nice that he made up his own nickname for me and all, but it sounds kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Patty? Now that name's got a ring to it. I like it. How about Zach and I call you Patty from here on out?
Do whatever you like. Weirdo. You're heading to the warehouse, right? You gonna go straight there?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to talk to Zach. We're also on a mission to fell 10 maidens, you see. I'm eager to visit Alexis's diner in Lane.
Okay, we're going to the diner first, hopefully. My skateboard has 100% on it, so I'm assuming the skateboard has durability. All right, Alexis, diner and lane.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R?
Yeah. Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Right. Owl's Nest. This looks like some sort of mini game. Okay, we cannot. She's invulnerable. All right, I had to make sure. All right. Time for 20 minutes of cutscenes in here, probably. Oh. Not immediately, and the frame rate's much better in here, thankfully. Did that? Okay, so there are autosaves. Interesting. So it must autosave whenever you, like, enter a new area. Uh-huh. Wait, so this is a bowling alley with one lane? All right, lady. Out of the way. Time for bowling. Well, they can't... Isn't the title of this place the Dine in Lanes, plural? Is there... Check out the map. View the map, set waypoints, move the cursor, press A. Okay. Wyvern balloon. So that must be what that was. Altar, shop, restaurant, toolbox, phone. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is Diner and Lane, singular. So, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. It is not lanes, it is lane. That's pretty great. That is pretty great. The leopard print ball. Classy.
"10 maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all."
Oh, my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
Alexis Juara. Okay. Same last name as the guy from the hotel.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I love that she barely animates. Her hands are like this. And it...
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall. Maybe it really was an oak tree and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing, But it isn't the answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
No. All right, it's turkey time.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Miss Carre, Penter.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI. I thought as much. So sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no! Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one. If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years. I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again. In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
No, absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago. I'll never break my promise to him.
But...
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hey, you know why your husband died, right? Tried to take the lane.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed.
All right, time to fight her
I'm
then.
afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane.
Yeah. All right, first fight. Let's go.
I won't do anything illegal.
Oh, fuck. Something legal. Okay. What if I cast a shadow onto her lane? Oh, wait, there aren't shadows in this because this is on a switch. All right, well, first things first. Well. Okay, so you can go below $0. Yep, she's a tank. Let's see. West. I could have sworn. Oh, here it is. Board. Okay. Gotta load our save. Because that. I don't think having a negative balance that early is gonna be a good idea. Okay. This is good at, it shows you the current quest that you're on. Alright, I think we can finally play the game now. Maybe. An hour and 47 minutes in.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now! Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind? Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split.
Yeah, there's no animation. She's just moonwalking. Suddenly she's Jack Frost now.
That stance, always works on a split. Oh, yeah, never fails.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now.
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes. A great liking.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida?
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The Mirror?
If you're interested, I can mark it on your map for you.
Yeah, I hardly ever bowl since
Zach, this is it. Erzuli Frida.
Since I hurt my back years and years and years ago.
There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind.
Dubious trinkets.
It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
Okay. Yeah, well, it's not like bowling places are all over the place here either. Like, I have no idea where there would even be one in my area. And I live in a fairly large area. Okay, so I doubt there's anything left to do here. Alright, just so that I don't have to do this again. Oh, you got one close by? Yeah, like when I lived in San Diego, there were several there. Yeah. Yeah, and like there's nothing like this where it's like there's one bowling lane and the rest is a restaurant. Usually if there's bowling at bowling alley, it's going to be like 20 lanes with a like usually a bar attached to it. Like maybe some pool tables, maybe an arcade. So that's kind of the typical American bowling alley, is something like that. These loading screens just completely stopping is really... I really wish it didn't do that. Like, what's the point of having an animated loading screen if it's just going to freeze?
I thought you came here to bowl.
Yes, I did.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying...
All right. Quiet, kid. All right, let's see if we can get tossed off our board here. Like, you cannot do this on on a real skateboard. You'd be eating shit like 10 times in a row here. And actually, it feels like I'm going faster in this than the cars went in the first game, which is great. Man, those fucking cars in the first game. Hopefully we can do like a kickflip or something later in the game. Okay.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
Okay, well, this is not where I wanted to go. I need to go to the cold storage place before it closes. Actually, let me see if it's already too late. Is that... Okay, we'll set a waypoint. I could have sworn there's a time limit on this too, but whatever. I guess we'll see. Oh boy. This game been a banger already. All right, will this launch me off? Nope. Wonder what the deal is then with this 100%. So earlier in the game when York was describing how he learned how to skateboard, oh god, he said he learned how to do tricks after a few miles, but yet the game doesn't give you any buttons here to do tricks. We cannot kickflip. Oh, shit. Okay. $6. All right, we can't run into pedestrians either.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you. By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I didn't press the button there, but it seems like it looked like I almost skipped an interaction.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like. I call him Mr. Alligator. Badass, ain't he? It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
Ah, I see. Non-lethal gun made for self-defense that can only fire rubber bullets. I thought it's a tranquilizer gun.
And here's a radio. With this, you won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees.
That's true. It is 2005. Roaming fees are a thing.
Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Is the sheriff just giving us permission to just shoot up the crates outside. All right, Mr. Al just shooting this dog. You can purchase more rubber bullets at shops, so keep your eye on your stock. What the fuck? This is quite the animation. All right, we got 200 bullets. This does not sound like a rubber bullet gun. Incredible. The power of the Nintendo Switch. All right. Yeah, that is true. We can give her the Mr. Alligator.
This is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch. But I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are.
What about this grisly murder that we're investigating?
But the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps. And every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still. One chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp!
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet. Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. It's an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business?
Shoot some gators.
You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
What truck?
Oh, right. Yeah. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right?
I thought it was the gators.
So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
So it's not in storage?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
What the fuck are we doing here then?
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside. No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anyway, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No, thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
But Lisa's body isn't here anymore. You sure?
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin. You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Yep, let's just leave it at that, I guess. All right, what we got here? Lollipop, $1.50. Cookie, $2. $2.30. Donut. Okay. That seems about right, price-wise. Do they have any Hassie in here? Cup of coffee, milk. $4.10. Why is that almost double? $1.30. $1.60. Yeah, that you don't have prices like this in vending machines. It's gotta be in increments of like 25 cents. Come on. Especially in 2005. Oh, good. More loading. Hey, Howard. This game's...
You holding up okay, CLG?
This game's been a banger so far.
You sure you don't want to wait outside?
I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze. Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
I see our primary suspect in the upper left of the screen. Head to the morgue. They don't have a morgue. It's just a freezer. What's this, a boombox? Toolbox. Store items, take it back out later. Okay, I seem to recall this was a mechanic in the first game. Okay, so our inventory is on the left, and the storage is on the right. Slowly pass time normally. Okay, so that mechanic's still a thing. Camp outside with the sleeping bag. Why would we need to do that? Okay. Alright, first things first, because we got a suspect spotted. We're gonna have to open fire shortly. Got him. LCC.
This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes. It's quite the funhouse. Truly a dazzling place. Meat entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical...
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool? Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food.
Yeah, this is true. they're storing other food in here.
But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Eh? Are there physics on these? Of course not. Nintendo Switch can't handle it. It's a bunch of frogs. Hey, all right. Sure. Fish, frogs. All the food groups covered here. Oh. Got another suspect here. All right, got him.
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right. Candy. Her name's Candy. The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a rural town, right on top of a man who now has a meteor-struck heart.
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth is, Candy's a little sick right now. She can't even leave the house no more, so I always keep her photograph with me. Kinda feels like we're always together, you know?
I see. You care for your wife a great deal, but this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
Oh, thank you, CLG, and you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
Sure. Okay, is there a map of this area? Nope, of course not. So there's a door next to me at the start. I have a feeling that's probably where I want to go. Hidden passages, crouch, keep moving. Okay. Well, this is... Sure. What's the point of this? Yep, I'm sure underneath here. Okay. So this whole thing is just a tutorial for, hey, you can crouch. Visions. Hints to proceed. Hold L to use vision. Sure. Yep, good old OT. I was thinking about Zelda today and which one I want to do next. Okay, so I think I did want to go through here. I don't know why, but it seems like the distance that I'm traveling per footstep and like run animation cycle isn't matching up. Like his legs are moving too quickly. Yeah, Zelda 1 and 2 on NES are the two completed ones so far. We got a crawfish claw. Huh.
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Carre. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now, but don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
Yep, like optimizing. Yep. Making the crouch tutorial and optimizing the game. Okay. It's a good thing we found that crouch tutorial earlier, otherwise we'd never be able to do this. Okay. Oh baby, this is like the start of the game now. Okay.
Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large. Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures.
It's gotta be Bigfoot. Bigfoot's our killer.
This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here. But there are no signs that the bag was dragged away. So our criminal must possess monstrous strength.
What if Bigfoot ate the body right there and then ate the bag?
These pallets are a mess. Looks like this area isn't used often. Still, the idea to store a body here, it's a novel, sophisticated idea unlike anything I'd ever come up with. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach?
It's a cardboard box filled with cardboard boxes based off of the label.
I'm gonna go with okra. Yeah, okra.
It's labeled cardboard box.
I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South.
It would be labeled okra if that's what was in there.
An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South. Look at the thermometer, Zach. It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius.
It is? All right, I'll take your word for it.
This must not be the ambiguous zero.
We're looking for a dragon or something. That's why we're here. So this one's labeled shrimp, so obviously there's shrimp in here, probably.
Forgotten boxes. Looks like shelled headless shrimp. When were these boxes brought here? And when will they be taken away? Zach, can you feel it? The perpetual, unstoppable flow of time. Boxes of the past or presence of the future. Either way, this is a curious time capsule. Zach, can you see that? Look closely.
Bigfoot grabbed the light.
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top of this. It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall.
All signs point to Bigfoot. Good thing we got the tranquilizer gun that shoots rubber bullets.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods? Why didn't you say so earlier?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? You could darn well freeze to death. All life will come to an end in the icebound zone. You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for Lisa's body?
All we need to do is find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now. Now please, guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once. These luxury foods are most likely being used in local Cajun. I'm so excited to see what we'll find. Aren't you, Zach?
Well, unlike Blue Stinger, no Hassie to be found in this game. Yet. There's always a chance. Luxury foods warehouse. Okay. All right. So we gotta find our way over to there then, wherever that is.
A 10-foot tall giant? All right. Now that one's gotta be a joke. Right, Mr. York?
Okay. Doesn't want to mention where. I guess it must be this separate building over here. So I probably just need to exit through the front door. Oh, or just go over here.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no. I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there, so I didn't bother to go and get one.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. I'll tell it to him straight. Thing is, Mr. York, you know the Clarksons? The folks who own this place? Well, they don't too much like the police. And they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color. It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Alright, so we gotta do a fetch quest for warehouse workers now, I guess. Gotta go fight some warehouse workers. Still no reason to need to crouch over here. Can't like clip through this. Okay. Off that way. Yeah, forklift minigame would really put this one over the top. Who's this right here?
Zach, I think we can move this. Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Check back here? Okay. All right, give me the warehouse key. Shiny things on the ground like this is EverQuest. So there's markers on the map. On the mini map. Alligator. Okay, so that's the pick-upable items. Puzzle solving. What? Thought there's an item here. Okay, sure. All right, puzzle solved.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing. Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
Okay, well.
Now we should be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? A few cans of crawfish? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write him a letter of apology later.
All right. Black base tail. Yep. Oh, God. Keep pressing the wrong button. Okay. Thrilling quest.
Mr. York, did you find a key? Ha! Now that's my special agent. There ain't no stopping you. Wanna head straight down?
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
We sure did.
Zach, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous zero.
Sure.
Hey, Avery! Can you hear me? Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
We're gonna shoot him?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
Oh. Lame. We're gonna shoot the alligator.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Shoot down the meat in a luxury food warehouse. Oh, baby, this game. Alright. Let's shoot down the gator. I'll bet to shoot it. Okay. Okay, the game just kind of locked up there.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
This must be
Please
Bigfoot.
call me York.
This is Bigfoot. We found him.
York, you a smarty pants, huh?
Avery Smith.
He's shyer than he looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Lots of expensive food here. Yup. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper?
Oh, I help with the research too.
What?
I do like research.
Research? What are you talking about, Avery? This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, no.
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy. Oh. Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall. He's clearly too short.
Too short, huh? Well, if you ever happen to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Lise. Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise! Lise! My fault! My fault!
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
All right. Find the flying serpent. So probably a large snake being suspended from the ceiling. So probably not a gator.
Frozen oysters. Personally, I'd rather have a cocktail filled with fresh ones. We hunt for more materials than we can eat, and freeze them over long periods of time. The human race gives terror a whole new meaning.
Sure.
Cans of Holy Trinity paste. Onions, bell peppers, and celery. The absolute basics for any Cajun dish. This product combines them all into some sort of paste.
And that's a luxury food?
People actually buy this garbage? Even the name sounds idiotic. Zach, I just made an eternal promise with myself. If I ever happen to come across any food prepared with this paste, I vow to never call it Cajun food.
Right. Okay, maybe it is the gator.
There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach? Andouille. Now here's some real Cajun cuisine. The way these sausages are linked up, they almost look like a serpent, but it's hard to imagine them flying. Let's move on, Zach. Hung alligators. I suppose in a way they sort of look like flying serpents, but that's pushing it. Remember, we're in a dark basement here. They'll never reach the sky.
Okay.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right. Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah.
Wait, you want to get a good look at the Walkman that he's got hanging on his chest?
They must run all of this town's major industries. I do believe they own just about everything there is to own. So their word is law. They got the whole darn town tattooed with their dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent.
A dragonfly looks nothing like a serpent.
The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, our victim. And Hungan's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case. Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun. Well, what are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Well, rip. Can't stand next to Avery now. I'm sure we'll meet again. But first, this really bad loading screen that likes to lock up. Yep, just completely freezes at points. I've worn shorts in freezing conditions before. It takes a lot for me to put on pants. Like I usually just put on like two sweatshirts.
So,
if it gets really cold.
what do we do now, Mr. York?
Zach and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. You're free to do as you please. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. It'll sure make Candy happy. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
But how can you be so sure? I want to see some proof.
Proof number 1. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number 2. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number 3. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence
is that it was Shaquille O'Neal.
Is that a barefooted giant, standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's body out. That concludes the entirety of my proof. Any objections, Melvin?
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then, you need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind. Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir. A sharp eye and flawless observational skills. Uncovering the truth with a heady intuition. I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
Patty?
Okay. Sure.
Zach, we found the flying serpent. Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens.
We did.
It's time to head on to Alexis's Diner and Lane.
Diner and Lane. Single lane. But first we gotta go to the voodoo shop. God, this skateboard is so stupid. Alright. Great parking jobs here. Why park on the street when you can park up on the sidewalk instead? Alright, open plot over there. Man, the pop-in for these trees are quite something. So these must be like fast travel points or something. Maybe you gotta shoot those? Oh. This is 2005 is when this game takes place. Alright, the voodoo shop. What do they got here? Some skulls, some beads. Okay. But first, loading screen. Voodoo shop / gun store.
This is all kid stuff. It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
I see.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire. Doth this be what thou seekest?
Yes. Absolutely.
I could sell it to thee now. And only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
That's crazy. Even I can tell you're getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My price is true. What say thee?
Hopefully this isn't more than $320. $30, okay. Strapping alligator wearing a top hat and standing on 2 legs, also carrying a cane. Alright, we'll take it. Sure. Okay.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that, not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where? How?
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks.
Okay, so she won't show up at the bowling alley.
Chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
While she's home. Okay. From 10:30 to 6. Talk to the mirror and create a voodoo charm? This is a side mission.
Oh.
Okay, charms.
Verily, much shall serve thee well here.
Charms help you out. Necklaces for bullets, dolls, physical. Skateboard abilities. Performance in mini game. Okay, so there are mini games. All right, we want skateboard abilities though. We want to be able to do a kickflip. Personal voodoo loadout. Expand your altar. Okay. All right, we want to create. So that's gun range, gun power, speed, chamber. Okay, I probably can't make any of these anytime soon. Paralysis bullets. Concentration, life, stamina, paralysis. Okay. So I guess there is going to be a reason for picking up all the crap that's just laying on the ground. And we can't make any skateboard things yet, unfortunately. And we have nothing to enhance.
I can see it. Thy return is imminent. Thou hast discovered the very purpose of my emporium, that is.
Sure. We can't just buy actual guns from him. We got it. Sure.
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention.
All right.
What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I gotta buy
I
some
won't take
voodoo.
up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Dang.
Patty, who was that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
Oh no, she's not here. My dolly. Oh, she's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
We're gonna tailor her while we're on the skateboard. All right, no voice acting for some reason. Okay.
Me alone.
Does he know about the dolly? Valuable, lacks value, special human, discern such. 5 colored beads, value shall rise. Red, blue, green. Uh-huh. White. Forsooth. Uh-huh. Exactly. Knowledge of the 5 colored beads. Determine that. We can make our own necklace, I guess, with the 5 beads. Unlock insurmountable value. Okay. Sure. Cool side quest. Alright. And now for that 2-minute long loading screen. Okay. So we have to go by that the old lady's house after dark. And I'm pretty sure it's like midday. In the first game, you could pass time by smoking. I don't think you can just show up to the hotel and like sleep until night. Yeah, unless I can find something else to do during the time. Because there are other places to go. A Gator figure, get a strike. Okay, so sheriff's department's over there. Church, park. Not sure what that is. Avery's house. So Avery's house is over there. Melvin. Okay. I don't. Was Melvin the sheriff? I already forgot. I think that was Melvin. Okay, so we're here. So let's go to Sheriff's Department. It's so weird, like, not having pedestrians. Like, there is one over there. But I can also understand why there will hardly be any pedestrians, because this game is falling apart at the seams with only rendering just the town. Alright, so that's the Sheriff's Department. Sunburn customers only?
So, Mr. York, what do you think of my castle? Pretty cool, ain't it?
I've been curious about it since the first time I saw it. You've got excellent taste, Melvin.
I dub it Lou Crawfish. I'll have you know, crawfish is pretty much its own food group in this town. Since this store carries all the bare necessities you'll need for daily life, I reckon it was an apt name. If it's sundries you're looking for, there ain't much you won't find here.
Alright. Like bullets? 50 bullets. Sure, let's get some more. Sure, cigarettes, quickly pastime. I have 3 of those. Okay, let's get one of those. We're gonna need that for later. Suntan lotion. Perfect for those who want the perfect tan. Easier to tan for a while. This is a mechanic, apparently. Get rid of your BO by a decent amount. So it's like, if we sleep outside or something with the sleeping bag, do we like smell afterwards or something?
You ever need anything? You just come on by, Mr. York.
You're not only the sheriff of this town, you also manage a general store.
Sure, as long as you ring this bell here.
That's terribly convenient, Melvin. But I have one concern. What if a crime occurs while you're managing the store? Running a business and keeping the peace, both jobs require immediate response in times of crisis. I just can't see how it would be possible.
It's actually pretty easy, Mr. York.
But what if a criminal who just robbed a bank came here on his way home and bought up all your stock?
Oh, I like the sound of that. You want to make me rich? Hey, how about you just buy up the whole store while you're at it? I'll never let money stand in my way. It's not the boss of me, for I am the last shopaholic. Ooh, I'm funny.
Melvin, that was a serious question.
Really? Could have fooled me. Not even the Clarksons would do something that crazy. No point in preparing for something that'll never happen, right? After all, this is Carre, the tiny forgotten town in the middle of southern nowhere.
Get it, Zach? It's Occam's razor to a T. Melvin, I have to say, you're a very balanced man.
Sure.
Now I feel confident that the Woods household will do just fine, even if you end up losing your job as town sheriff.
You sure are a joker, Mr. York.
Right. Sheriff's Department. Okay. Alright. She'll make it up those one day. Oh, that's right. Load zones. Hopefully this building is going to be worth my while. Okay. We got toolbox, save point.
Hey there, Mr. York. Looking sharp as usual. What'll it be?
Data about the town. I already know everything there's easy to know. Great. Killer bees. Killer bee attacks. Complete the mission. Oh, okay. Exterminate 30 killer bees within the time limit? Hold on. Within the time limit and report back to Melvin. The faster you are, the better the reward. Okay. Free quests. Complete that and earn cash. Okay. Defeat one killer bee in a day for a bead. A wild dog. The dingo almost ate the poor baby boy. I just from the post office. Okay, we'll take on the single bee and single wild dog quest. Okay. This is quite different from the first game. And I was thinking back to when I played the first game, like the game started almost immediately had like action and shooting within the first like 10 minutes of starting the game. And then it puts you in the open world section and story stuff for a bit, and then you were back to action parts. This is just, we are 3 hours deep with almost no action. I have shot a piece of meat off of a hook and 4 or 5 crates, and that's it. And also accidentally beat up some random citizens around town. So very, very different pace in this compared to the first game. So, what's this? Oh yeah, that's right. They shoehorned in action into that. I liked the combat in Deadly Premonition 1. I know that is most do not hold that opinion. I liked it, as janky as it was, because it made it much more of a like horror game than it otherwise would have been. Because otherwise it would just have been Mizerna Falls. Yeah, the boss fights were certainly worth it. Okay, so the one house that looks different from the rest. So this is Alexis.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
Okay. Alright, so there's no, like, waypoint there. Okay. That's where we're going anyways, was Carpenter's house. There's also a lot of palm trees here. Are there actually palm trees in Louisiana? So I wouldn't think there would be any there. There are there in the region? Huh. Okay. Oh, of course, this is her house. There's bowling crap everywhere. Let's go through her mail. Okay. High quality bead, it's mine now. We're also gonna shoot your dog. Huh. Okay. Lost Lamb. Evangelical Church. Okay.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back.
Okay. Alright, let's see how the time passing mechanic works then. Nope, not that. I'm not used to Nintendo controllers. Inventory, use and discard items, carry up to 30, expand it with the special item. Any item you discard will be lost forever. Okay, hopefully you can't do that with key items. Alright, so we'll use the normal time passing. So it's 10:30 to 6. So we want to pass time until like 11, I guess. Oh, that just... Okay, that's how that works. So this should only pass like 4 hours 1 hour. Wow. Okay. Oh boy. All right, we found the resident skater, who is I'm no baseologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you play an upright bass. I'm pretty sure. This... Oh man. Yeah, so her model got rotated by 90 degrees somehow. Oh boy. Alright, well clearly she's too busy to discuss skateboards. Alright, maybe we can fix this. Alright, one moment. Okay, nope. Oh boy. Alright, we got a payphone over there. Alright, according to the map, there's a thing here. Okay. This is marked in red. Probably a reason for that. We got a fence around. Oh, there's a red tree over there. Oh, this might be the Clarkson's house, if I had to guess. Okay, so we'll probably be back here at some point. This creepy ass tree. I don't know. We might be able to. The voodoo shop said something about you can get upgrades for skateboard abilities.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
And there is a wardrobe back at the hotel. So maybe there's a customization thing there. Okay. So I think Owl's Nest is the hotel, I think. Or it's Casa Pineapple? Okay, let's go here. Alright, so clearly we gotta buy a lot of cigarettes. And I think the math checks out in terms of value for buying the more expensive ones. Because the cheap ones only advance time by an hour. The medium ones did it for 3 hours, but they weren't 3 times as expensive. So probably a similar deal for the other ones. Nope, we found The identical twins hang out by the farmer's supply store. Alright. Cigarettes in here? Nope, of course not. This an actual shop or just vending machines? Nope. Just vending machines. Okay. Man, that low detail model on that yellow car is... Oh man, that's rough. There's like pieces of it floating. Oh man. They really had to go nuts with the geometry decimation. So this is definitely the hotel. So I remember this car being parked out front. Have yet to find any bees. Oh, I thought this was an NPC waving. Or maybe this is an NPC. This is maybe one of the street performers in statue makeup. Sir? All right. Just gonna stand here with your saxophone. All right. Have a good day, sir. Yep. All right. Let's find some place that sells cigarettes. Or I think I'll go back up to the hotel room and see if there's a way to pass the time there. Pass the time for free. Okay. So this is definitely back here.
We always strive to provide our guest with the finest of service, sir. Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping, in particular, can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
Okay.
Great. Sounds convenient.
Exactly.
Like cigarette? Oh, bullets, bandages, coffee, and cigarettes. Perfect. Yeah, so $5.40 up to $7.20, and then $9. Let's get 3 of those. 3 of those. Okay. Suntan lotion. Yeah, this is pretty much the same as what the general store had.
Please don't hesitate to let me know if you're in need of anything, sir.
Would you mind if I asked you just one question, concierge?
By all means. Please ask me whatever you like, sir.
Do you run this entire hotel all on your own? I mean, just the 3 of you?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
So you, or the 3 of you, own the entire place?
Oh, heavens no, sir. The chef, the bellboy, and myself are all mere employees of this fine hotel.
So the Clarksons own this place, too?
Not quite, sir. This hotel opened its doors long before the Clarksons came to prominence.
Impressive. No wonder this building has such a dignified air to it.
Indeed. This is probably the only building in all of Lucare that has managed to retain its original appearance.
So, who's the owner? I simply must know the name of the person who had the fortune and sense to come into possession of such a fine building.
The owner of this hotel is none other than David Jawara, sir.
Zach, that's the 4th David.
4 Davids.
It all makes sense now. It'd be stranger if only the owner was a completely different person. I sincerely hope I get a chance to meet him during my stay here.
If I may, Mr. Morgan, sir, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Is 4th David 10 feet tall with size 30 shoes?
Why not?
Unfortunately, our owner has a bit of a personality problem. The 3 of us here describe him as having a fractured mind.
Right. Okay. All right, so our room was 207. We're here. 203. All right. So we have our voodoo altar set up in our room, as you do. We got sleep, toolbox, closet.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. What else could a man ask for? It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Change clothes, send clothes out for dry cleaning. If you wear the same clothes for a long time, they'll become dirty, so make sure you clean them regularly and properly groom. Do note that when you send one outfit out for dry cleaning, you won't be able to wear it again until it's delivered back to you. E must mean equipped, I guess. Okay, let's change it to stylish brown. All right. Anything here about skateboard stuff? Yeah. Doesn't look like it. Shower. Don't think we need a shave. Need a shower though. Right. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. All right, so does interacting with the bed.
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
Ah, okay, so we can... Okay. Cool. All right, so no real huge need. All right, Patricia goes home at night. $158. Oh my god. All right, we better go shoot us some dogs outside, I guess. Holy shit. So I'm going to assume after nightfall is when all of the combat can happen around town. When all the bees and wild dogs probably appear. Because they can make the draw distance a lot shorter, so they can afford to have more than 2 NPCs on the screen at once. All right, but first things first, we're heading up to Bowling Lady's house to deposit our voodoo charm in front of her house to scare her away from the bowling lane so that we can go bowl a strike at the bowling lane because a ghost in a painting told us to do it. Okay, we have a flashlight. The frame rate is worse at night. Nice. All right. Our dude, saxophone cowboy, is not here at night. Lame. There's also no music at night. All right, we found Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right, so we're heading here. Yeah, there's just no music at night. What? Why?
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand. And Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the case to another special agent, or maybe even to the state, and then we never would have found it. In the end, it would have been shut up in that vast, desolate evidence vault along with all the other cases, marked by nothing but a first-degree murder tag, buried in a soggy grave at the bottom of a sea of data. That would have been its fate. Instead, it traveled from person to person until it finally fell right into our lap. Things always work out that way for us. We've traveled all over the United States trying to track down San Rouge. We can't let this chance pass us by, can we, Zach? We need to find some sort of clue before this southern sun melts it all away.
All right, the bass is back in the stand. Okay.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back later.
Okay, so the icon on this house is... It looks like a wrench and a screwdriver. So this is probably the skateboard customization house. All right. Time to plant our voodoo doll.
Bad timing, Zach.
What?
We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back later.
Camping outside. Okay. Why didn't it tell me this before? While she's home, 22. Okay, I'm just here 15 minutes early. All right, whatever. Let's see if we can find some wild dogs to shoot first.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock. Is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell. But it's clear that he'll be the key to uncovering this case's mysteries. That's what my soul tells me. By the way, Zach, Kungan feels very familiar to me. You might even say he reminds me of someone. Yes, I think I see the connection now. A cheerful, wise, yet also mysterious African-American who appeared in a variety...
Well, we'll never know. All right, we're off in the woods now. Start a fire in the drum to keep animals and red shadows away. Safe zone. Catch cold to get chills, but not while you're in a safe zone. Safety first. What? Okay. I guess that'll be a thing later in the game.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt and the sidewalk. Those bumps were dangerous even when we still had our car, remember? But this town is different. The streets are all paved so cleanly that we can skate along them without a care in the world. And there's hardly any trash or graffiti to be found anywhere. The Clarksons truly do control this place, for better or...
Oh, okay. Here's old lady. She is moving way too fast for her walk cycle. She's also a very fast walker. Holy shit, we're at... Alright, according to the mini-map, there's stuff all over the place here. Man. So I'm just thinking back to like games that came before this, like Grand Theft Auto 3 on PS2 had a better open world than this did. Mizurna Falls is at about the same tier as this. Like, man.
Yes. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb. What are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Carre Evangelical Church.
Okay.
And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P. I tried speaking with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord reaches out to her. Indeed, I pity her from the bottom of my heart.
So you've been spying on her out of pity?
Spying? I'm merely awaiting the chance to lend her a helping hand. You'd best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop by our church whenever you like. Our church also functions as a clinic. Someday, you may need our help.
Zach, did you hear that? Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon. We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I'm sure the diner's probably closed, but church has been unlocked. Okay.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was...
Oh, shit. We got ourselves a squirrel infestation. Alright, so these just appear as red dots on the mini-map. What, the squish sound effects? Alright. Well, just you wait until we get to the 30 to 50 wild hogs side quest. Whoa. Rare kill bonus. $7. Okay. Yep, that was special one. Yep, that's that's rural America for you. You probably clap and cheer you on. Bowling alley / diner right over here.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach. Let's come back.
Okay, sure. Even though there's a bunch of cars parked here, including whoever owns this America hearse. What the fuck? Oh, man. Okay, Casa Pineapple. I love that, but there's no... There should be a sick ragdoll there, but then again, Deadly Premonition 1 and 2 can't afford the CPU cycles for ragdolls. Oh boy. Okay. I think this will do it for tonight. Let's go up to our room and save. Oh man, this game... I didn't think they could possibly make a game slower than Deadly Premonition 1, but they did. It's like... I'm sure this game will make up for it with dank memes as we play through it, but holy shit, this is a slog. Oh boy. Like, we'll probably get to some cool action sequences later, but man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What a slow start to this one. Okay. Alright. Deadly Premonition 2. That'll do it for part 1 of this banger. Okay. Yeah, it's been like mostly been just York saying crazy shit in cutscenes. That's been most of the game. Very strange game so far. We'll see how the rest of it is. I'm probably not gonna bail on this game because the first game had its slow moments too, certainly. I just really hope that this game doesn't devolve into like the Shenmue 3 path of like, hey, you made it to this point in the story and now you're going to be gated by, you got to buy some super expensive thing in order to get to the next plot thing. And in order to do that, you got to go shoot squirrels for 3 hours to get the funds to do that. I hope that's not the case. But it also wouldn't really surprise me. But then again, they didn't do anything like that in the first Deadly Premonition, so I suspect they probably won't in this either. But you never know. They might have needed to pad out the game for the publisher. I don't know. Anyways, we will find out as we continue to play through of that in the coming days. That'll do it for tonight, though. Thank you for watching, as always. Have a good day, night, morning, or evening, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time. Take care.